Alrighty then, here we are, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 387, The Human Condition. As authors, we're always studying, we're watching, we're researching, and we put that down on paper, and we try to capture it realistically and deliver a product to the reader to create the images, translate the images that we have in our mind, and put them into theirs. The human condition. How do we study humanity and get that right? Where people say, oh my God, I know that person. I know that person. How do you do that? Do you watch them? And how do you translate that to the written word? You watch. What about your personal engagement? What do you do to engage and interact with people in a way that helps you write better, write more realistically? No, we don't need you to be a serial killer to write Dexter fan fiction. Don't do that. And crime fiction, don't commit the crime because you don't have to. You don't need to do the time. But everything else, there's so many interactions in every single book between characters, between as just part of a normal situation. How do we get that right? Well, we study it. But I would suggest that the learning cycle: see, do, teach. So you see it, it helps to do it. And I'm just talking about engaging in dialogue and about how that interaction works. What hand gestures do people make? How can you tell body language? What does that tell you from what you're getting from the other person? What is the give and take? What is that sparring or just verbal jousting that goes on? And how do you get that right? Big fan of practice. Do it yourself. See how you engage. See what tools you use to help you manage that interaction with another person, whether it's a friend, family, stranger, family that you don't like. How do you do those? Study with real life, and those will make for a better story rather than just trying to read other people's words and see how they've translated that to the written word. It's better when you do it yourself. And teach, this is where you're teaching yourself. You're seeing this, you put it down, you're diagramming it out, and you look at it and say, yes. And then you write it, and you look at that and say, yes, that's exactly it. That's how you feel. That's how you perceive. That's how the world comes in around you. That's how the whole world narrows to just this person you're looking at. And I need to translate that into something for the reader. So that's the human condition. See, do, teach, participate in it, research it, participate in it, study it, and then give that to your readers. Help them to manage their own interpersonal reactions, even if I write science fiction, and I'd like to think that the way some of the characters interact will help those readers embrace those as tools to help them interact with strangers, with people that they don't know, that they don't want to get too close to. What tools do they have? Study the human condition and turn it into something that can be educational for your readership, as well as embed them in the scene. Yes, talking is cool. It's not enough air. Embed them into the scene and make them one with that, because it's so realistic, because you've been there. All except that serial killer thing. You don't want to do that. All right. Peace, fellow humans.